Hi everybody! In this video we are going to learn to insert windows into a floor plan, but with dynamic blocks, which will allow us to change the width at a place. We will cover the following topics: convert windows or other geometry to a block, how to add controls to change the length and to flip the window. Finally, we will see a couple of tips to place the windows quickly in a floor plan. So let's start.
We want to convert a window to a single object, as it will be much more comfortable for us to use it on the drawing and for moving and copying purposes. Basically, I'm going to create a block. And it's very important that you draw the objects for your blocks in the layer 0. Go to the block panel. Click on Create the block. On the first blank, I type the block name, for example, window. Then I click on this button to select the objects. I'm going to open a selection through all the window. Then on base point, the option Specify on Screen is ticked, and it means that if I click on OK, the program automatically prompts me to specify the base point. It's simple, so I choose this one for example. And as you see, the block is now completed. To insert a window in the project, first I switch the current layer to Windows. I go to this button, Insert a block, and choose the window. As you can see, I can place the block anywhere on the workspace, and it's also located on the layer Windows. You can see that changed the color to blue. But do you remember? Before I told that we should put the objects on layer 0 for creating a block. Why? Suppose I have these objects in the layer staircase, for example, and I want to create a block with them. I repeat the process as before, and after finishing, I select the block, I change it to a different layer, but you can notice that the color hasn't changed. Basically, what really happens is, the objects that compound the block stay on their original layers, except if they were created on the layer 0. Now you can insert the windows on the floor plans without big issues. But before, I'm going to show you to add parameters to a block. It's a very useful utility, you will see. In this case, we will create a grip to change easily the size of the window. And these kind of blocks are called dynamic blocks. First, we have to open the block editor. We can click on this icon on the block panel and then select the window. Another way to access the block editor is select the block reference, click with the right button and then click here. OK, now we are in the block editor mode. Here we can add or remove objects to our block, and then all its block references on the drawing update automatically. Besides that, we can add a new parameter from the ones in the panel at the left. I'm going to click on Linear to add a distance parameter along the length of the window. Then, a parameter by itself doesn't have a practical effect. It's required that I associate an action to it. I switch to the Action tab, and for this case, I'm going to add a stretch to the parameter distance1. Select the parameter, then specify the point to associate with the action. I choose this. Then specify a stretch frame. It's going to be all this part. Select all the objects except the first line. Also, when you are selecting, don't worry to keep the parameters out of the selection, because they don't count. Press Enter. I save the block and close the block editor. Back in the normal workspace, select the block, and the distance parameter is represented by this triangle. Clicking on it, I can change the length of the window by typing the new distance. Can you see? It's so easy and practical. To insert the windows on the floor plan, I make sure that the current layer is Windows. Then I go to Insert a Block and click on Window. To place the window on this room, I hover this endpoint, move to the right and put it around here. As it says 707 on the distance, I type 700 just to look more organized. And yes, when looking at a PDF file, you notice that I haven't put the precise locations of the windows and the doors in the rooms. Actually, the purpose of this exercise is to make you decide to place these blocks wherever you want. Now, let's continue with the other windows. A method that I like to use is with the command copy. Use a window that's already on the floor plan. It will make this process quickly. It's better to switch to the polar mode here, for being easier to move the windows around. I put this window here. Now, for example, I type 800. Important. It's always good to have a window besides the drawing, so I can copy it when necessary. To place a window in the middle of the room, I choose a base point in the middle. Then I click on this midpoint, move it up and type an extension of 50 to place the window exactly on the correct location. Then you just need to continue putting all the remaining windows on the drawing. Just follow the PDF file. On the side walls, I have to make a rotation to the window. I type RO and press Enter. Click on this point. Then rotate 90 degrees. Finally, copy the window to the walls at the right. For the windows that have a length different than 1200, use the stretch parameter to resize it. Let's add a new parameter to the window block. This new parameter will switch the window upside down. I'm going to double-click on one of the windows to access the editor mode. And notice that all the blocks that have this icon are dynamic blocks. This time I will add a flip parameter, and this one has the same logic as the mirror command. I specify this point as a reflection line and make it horizontal. This parameter is called flip state 1. Then go to Actions, click on Flip, select the parameter flip state 1, select all the objects, press Enter. Then I close the editor mode, save the changes. Now, if I click on any of the block references, a new parameter is added to the window. And look how I can easily switch the position of it.
So, if you are interested in learning AutoCAD from the beginning, I have a complete course in AutoCAD as well as another one in Revit in the platform Udemy. If you join it, you will have free access forever. There aren't distraction ads. You can find DWG files and PDFs in some lectures, and I also included full exercises at the end of the course to practice your skills. So you can find the links below in the description and check out the list of contents and the preview lectures. So it's everything. See you in the next time.